What is up, my string beans, and welcome back to another episode of ATM10 to the skies. Let's see. In our last episode, we did some stuff that was behind us. You'll see that some stuff is missing now behind this direction. But yeah, pretty much what we did was we set up some more applied energistics things. We really focused on setting up more auto crafting and doing like all of these, setting up recipes and all that stuff. And then we did Powa, which was right here, and we did a whole bunch of the freaking orb and like powering up a bunch of stuff. And in between episodes, I kind of cleaned up and made like little sections of stuff. So here you'll see that we did some more applied energistics. We set up some more of our like crafting towers. We set up another computer, I think, because I think all I had was like these two, or maybe three or four. I think I had these. So then I set up this, and then I moved this stuff. This area is all nice and clean, and we set this up. So it's not too much anything new from like what you last saw. It's just more of. So you'll see that we still have the same spirited tiered cables, and then same thing with the energizing rods. We set up more of them. We have 27 of them now because that's 9 and then times 3, so we have 27, and it goes really fast now. And then we made a shitload of magmators, had them all right here. And then one thing that we did that I'll go ahead and show you is that we set up infinite lava. So all the magmators, they're all generating 8,000 a tick, 8,000, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times 2 is 128. So these guys right here, I'm making 128,000 a tick. I did set up some reactors, but they're not going yet because I need dry ice. And in order to get dry ice, you need you need 2 blue ice, and you put it in the orb, and it makes dry ice. Because these reactors, they'll take 4 inputs. So in the center, it takes uraninite. That's from Powa. So you'll see right here, uraninite. And then you'll get some carbon, and like these things all increase the efficiency of the power generation. And so like you don't want it to be inefficient, so you want to get these things filled. So this would be carbon, so you put coal in here, redstone in here, and a type of coolant. And you can actually see, let me click on a reactor. So here it shows the type of coolant, and of course you want the colder it is, the better the coolant's going to be. So that's why we want dry ice, because it's negative 32. And then you also have to just like put some water in there. I don't know like why you're like cooling. Oh, because you put the water in there and you're cooling the water, I'm assuming. I don't know. I guess that's how that works. But yeah, so we haven't. What is my cat doing? She's being dumb over there. Oh my god, kitty cat. Always the dumb kitty. But yeah, that's why I haven't set these up, because I'm making some dry ice right here. So if we step into the nether real quick, we'll take our sweet time to wiggle around and teleport on in. You'll see I took a little bit out of the create wonders, and this is I made a 16 by 16 by 20? No, by 40. And this is, you'll see there's no walls here, just because like it just flows down and then it needs to stop right there. So that's why we have this. But all I did here was I put a solid layer right here, like all the way through, and then I used the hose pulley to actually pump lava into it to disperse out a 16 by 16 layer of source blocks of lava. And this is done with create. So no matter wherever you go, if the mod pack or if you're playing with create, you can do this. You can set up a number of source blocks on a surface, and then you can break the block layer like underneath it, and then all those source blocks will become flowing all the way down. And as long as the numbers 16 by 16 by 40, but whatever numbers you have in the dimensions, as long as it equals at least 10,000, and then you get your little pump, your hose pull, and you fucking spin it all the way down to the bottom and start pumping out of it, it will consider it an infinite supply of lava. So that's what I got going on here, and so we're pumping up lava into this ender tank. Oh, and then this, I just put my endstone creation in here because lava falls faster in the nether. But you'll see that guy as I wiggle. Oh, that was awful. And the ender tank just comes over here, so that's how we're getting all our lava. We have a player transmitter, and that is powering me like directly. So that's why you'll see this is going to be full all the time, and any energy gear that I have or any energy consuming stuff in my inventory will get powered through this thing. Let's see. The next thing I did was I kind of streamlined some of our resources. Um, we had them all just like hanging out in these barrels, and I had to come on over here and kind of grab some and put it into our planet logistics system. Or no, what I did have was that I had all of them hooked up to this guy, and then I had a storage bus on it. But one of the problems with that was that it was all just a bunch of like chunks and ores. So I needed to. Oh, hold on. Let me get you get an upgrade, sir, because you're full. Anyone else at least 49,000? Because then I can upgrade you. You're at 49,000. You get an upgrade. Okay, that's good. So what I hello. Wow, weird. So what I ended up doing here is that I just set up like a little sub network of applied logistics, basically just to route the items. Like you can essentially do what I'm doing here with just like normal pipes. Um, but I don't know. I just liked the applied logistics because I was like, oh, it's right here. Let me just hook up like a little subnet thing. So I'm importing from all of these barrels. You can even see it all the way down there. Importing everything from here, and because we have a storage bus on the storage controller, which the storage controller is controlling all of these, then it will import from there and store it in here. And then I have the same exact thing happening with a filter for all the ores going directly into a furnace. And then from the furnace, we are importing the ingots again back into the storage. So the drawers never see the ores, the raw ores. They just go directly from there into here. They cook and then they go into here. And we're skipping this process because all this is really doing is just multiplying it, making more. But we're generating so many that it doesn't matter. I don't need to multiply them, and it is kind of slow actually. Like in relative to some other things, it is slow, but that's okay. We're gonna be getting into better like generation here eventually. So this is what we're doing for now. And then I set them up in compacting drawers, so that I don't have to ever set up like a recipe to make blocks. So here I either have 15,000 or like 15.7 thousand diamonds, or I have 1.7 thousand blocks. So any recipe that I set up in here, I just have the block version. I don't need to set up a recipe to make a 3x3 to make a block. And that goes for all the other things here. Because, like, the redstone blocks, oh, yeah, I had to do that a lot with that shit. All this other stuff, I don't need to compress down. Or, like, I can just set up a recipe for it because it's not that important. Um, Oh, and then the last thing that I set up was some hostile neural networks because I needed wool. And here you can see we have 8,100 wool, which isn't enough, obviously. But I set up I set up a sheep in here, and I went on a sheep killing spree because you can come over here and you can actually see that you could just buy spawn eggs. You can just buy spawn eggs for like diamonds and stuff like that. So I bought a whole bunch of spawn eggs of sheep from the market, which this is kind of like a hidden tech, honestly. Like if you ever need this, I'll probably get my bees from here. But yeah, if you ever need any of like the passive mobs, you can find like a shitload in here. And that's just the market from farming for blockheads. It's really easy to create. Let's see, it look like that. Just wood, planks, and wool. Yeah, so I set up a bunch of sheep, killed them all, murdered so many, and we got a bunch of wool. And then I set up Super Factory Manager because I was like, you know what, let me give this another try. And I have all these cables back here. I have power, and I have an interface to make me prediction matrices. But what I actually haven't done is set up a recipe for the prediction matrix. So you'll see that if I just make some, it will interface put them in here. I think. They should. Maybe? There it is. Yeah, it showed up. And then I have the factory manager. Here's my gobbledygook. I guarantee you can make this better, but this is what makes sense to me. So I have this line right here. It is providing power to all of these things. It says that it's taking power from here and applying power in here. And then I have, because the matrix gets to sit in there, I have it fill every simulation chamber with at least 2. It says like retaining 2. I think it is every 20 ticks. You're going to grab the prediction matrix from the interface, and then you're going to retain 2 in each simulator. So you're going to put 2 in there. And then we are going to grab the predictions from the simulator in slot 3. And if you guys need to know how to figure out like what slots are, you can press Control I, and it'll bring up like all this information for the slots. And so you'll see that slot 1, 2, and 3 here. So we'll go ahead and press Control I again to get rid of that. But that's actually some very valuable information that I learned from the YouTuber The Voos, which you guys should go check out. A lot of the stuff that I do around here is kind of some inspiration from him. It's just an amalgamation of a bunch of YouTubers, honestly, because, you know, as a community, you just like learn off each other and kind of implement whatever you need. But yeah, go check out The Voos. It's you know, the and then VOOS. He's pretty cool. I like his style of videos. They're really informative. They're not too informative, but it's like good enough. I like it. It's a good balance. So it's grabbing the simulators from there, and then I have it grabbing the simulators, or the predictions, my bad, from the simulators, and then we are putting them into the looters, round robining them into slot 0. So we're going to round robin across these 3, and we'll see that we're putting them into this slot here. And that's why we're round robining around, to make sure that any predictions don't get backlogged. After we do that, we're going to also grab the overworld predictions, and that's the ones, this one right here that just popped up. We're going to grab the overworld predictions, and we're also going to grab the nether predictions, which, does this go over there? No, I think that's I need to find a better way to label some of these items. I'm sure I could just like input from slot 2 across all of them, and then just put them directly into the interface, which is our storage. So you'll see that we have all the predictions right here. And these blaze predictions actually need to go in here, and in here. And then the last line of text here is that we're going to grab all the grab from the looter. So we're just grabbing by default the items, grabbing all the items from the looter, slots 1 through 16, which we can see slots 1 through 16 here, and we're putting them into the interface. So all that is going on for Factory Manager. There may be something better that you could do here, and that's okay, but this simple little thing right here actually made me like it, and I was like, you know what? I can kind of understand what's going on here, and as long as I set up the code in a way that makes sense to me, I think that's the trick, and you can learn and kind of expand from there. But yeah, so that's that's kind of the wrap up of everything that we took care of, and we're gonna do the classic, the good old little usual. We're gonna check our clipboard. I think the last episode we had these 3, and in between episode, I was like, I should also do these 3. So we'll probably go down like this. Actually, I think we'll do the Just Dyers things. Maybe get a wither thing going so that I could add the wither to that, so that it's going, and then we'll go back into this. Maybe a little bit of mystical agriculture. So this is pretty much what's on today's list today. Today is the list for today. Words and things. Let's go ahead and put some stuff away. Take a breather, as I was just like talking nonstop without breathing, because I obviously don't know how to breathe. Let's go ahead and just do Just Dire things. Oh, that's my bad. One last thing that I set up. I set up some mechanism stuff, because I just got tired of like having to do some little nonsense. I'll leave this for a secret later. We'll go over that stuff when we actually do more mechanism. So that stuff just sits there for now, and well, I mean, it's usable, but we won't go over it. Let's see, just dire things. So the thing. Oh, hello. Copy. Okay. So the thing about just dire things is that you can set up these goos, and then you have to feed them food, and then you have to turn metal into just Dyer's metal. So here you can see these 4 tiers here. There's 4 tiers, and you're turning iron into ferrocore using the primal goo. You're turning gold into blaze gold using the blaze boom, diamonds into celesta gems using the void shimmer, and netherite ingots into eclipse using the shadow pulse. And they tier up because it's like this, you're just in the overworld and you're using iron, it turned into ferrocore, which is better than iron. Oh, and that's the thing, each one of these tiers is better than its like normal counterpart. So you're in the overworld, you're doing stuff, then you go to the nether and you're doing stuff, so you get better gear. Then you go to the end and you're doing stuff and get better gear. Then you go to the ancient city and get better gear. So that's kind of the progression of it. But we're in a skyblock and we're just gonna get ourselves some eclipse stuff. Mm, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it here. So let's go ahead and we're going to just go all the way up. We don't actually. I'm sure there's a quest for just dire things. Let's do that. Okay. So we got the primal goo, but we are cheating. And we're not going the linear progression. We are better. Just kidding. I guess I'm not. Because we don't have Dragon's Breath. If we don't have Dragon's Breath, you know what we could do? Motherfucking bottle. Let's go get some. We're gonna go get some Dragon's Breath, and I did in fact go to the end at some point, just to like, oh, I need Dragon's Breath. Well, let's see here. What can we do? So the dragon's gone. What we can do? We need Dragon's Breath, but we can get Dragon's Breath from a dragon head, or loot fabricate that actual Ender Dragon, or get like that. We're going to. Oh, we actually can't go to Shadow Pulse. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, we actually can't because we don't have Echo Shards and we don't have the Skull Shrieker thing yet because we don't have Netherite. So we're gonna get ourselves to Void Shimmer. Let's go on a hunt for some Dragon's Breath. Let's summon the dragon, which I think it's like, what do you? Yeah, this is how you resummon it. Oh, I don't have gas tiers. That's okay. I have these predictions, so that's good. Let's queue up a bunch of glass. Oh, hello? Glass? Did you get turned off? One channel. Device online. How are we on channels here? 6, 7, 13. So why are we not getting glass? You have the recipe, yeah? Oh, that's why, because I turned you weird. Okay, let's get some glass. So that means this should come in here. Okay, good. So then we're going to do, let's get crystals. We're gonna resummon the dragon. Just because we need some breath from him. From her, actually. So this dragon is actually a female, in case you guys didn't know. Ow! Ow! Son of a bitch! What? What the shit, dude? Ugh. Hold on. Let's get some fucking food. Some sweet, succulent food. Um, that freaking wrecked me, bro. Maybe we can try that again. Not look at anything. And No one. Oh, this one wants to wreck me. Hmm. Because it wants to wreck me, this is what we're gonna do. Why am I not healing? So yeah, in case you guys didn't know, like as far as lore goes, yeah, let me stand right here. Stay away from me. The dragon is actually a female because, well, if you think about it, this dragon's laying eggs and females lay eggs. So if you guys were ever curious, the dragon is in fact a female. Let's get this guy spawned in. Hopefully it doesn't like murder me. And I think what's happening here is what is it? What is it? Let's see here. Maybe it's apotheosis. So somewhere it's the apotheosis gear. All right, now the dragon's back. Yeah, the apotheosis gear. I can't find. I don't know what the hotkeys. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the hotkeys are to. Ooh, give me that breath. Ow. Ow. I think that's all I need. Because what is the food for this? We'll figure that out later. But whatever the hotkey is for, whereas I said I was gonna put it over here for the apotheosis, like world. What kind of food do you like? Chorus. Well, that's another thing. You can look at this and see what like food it likes, and it likes like ender pearls and shit like that. So you can go and like see how it turns a nice little color. Sorry, I'm like going all over the place. Yeah, the apotheosis, it can like make the world. Actually, let me controls, keybinds, category, apotheosis, control, link, open world tier, control T. Control T. So the world tier. Here you go. Skip tutorial. Go away. It like increases the difficulty of your game. So you can see that the current world tier is Haven. So like everything will be nice and normal, but then when you go to here, things will get a little more difficult. Like mobs will have more health, they'll have more armor, they'll do more damage, and so on and so forth as you go up. And in order to go up in tiers, there's like all these requirements. And so that's what the apotheosis gear is about. So you can see that this is like a common, this is uncommon, because common things are, you know, this gray, uncommon is green, then you go blue, and so on and so forth. Yeah, blue, and then purple, and then orange, and that's the tiers. Let's get that's like for something else. Let's get some of these bad boys down, and we're gonna get directly into Celesta Gem gear, and that's gonna help us out a lot as far as like battling things. Like we'll go into there. What's it called? We'll go like into the end and not get completely Shrek, but mostly like Celesta gear is the perfect tier to be at, or that you want to get to, so that you can make like some of these items. Because Just Dire Things has like block placers, it has fluid placers, it has clickers, fluid collectors, sensors, droppers, block breakers, so on and so forth. But also like this item collector is really good, and so is the energy transmitter and the experience holder. This experience holder is probably my favorite like kind of experience holder that I've ever like dealt with. So we'll get some gems. All right, friendships with nodes are over. Bye, nodes. So every tier that you go up, you can. So every tier that you go up, you can still do the previous tier. It's just it's gonna do it faster actually. So we can get some iron, so which is the ferrocore, or ferrocore, which is turning iron, and this is going faster than if you were to try to turn iron into ferrocore using the primal goo, primogel goo. Holy shit! So yeah, we're gonna sit here and get. We at least want some ferrocore. Then we'll get some of these. But as you heard it like kind of screech, and it was like that's my imitation of the screech. It stopped like it, from the food that it ate, it's like no longer being a good boy. Let's go back down to just dire things. I'm gonna click on these things, click on that stuff. I understand there's so much to do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna make a bunch of Celesta gem stuff. We're gonna make these Celesta gemmies here. We're gonna get some more of this. And then we go and we furnace some of these dudes. Like that, like that. And then we grab them, complete the quests. And after this transformation, we should be good to make some Celesta gem gear. And then we can also make these upgrades, which are pretty good. And that's why we made some ferrocore as well, because even the upgrade blank like takes ferrocore. So we'll have to place down the blocks of iron and get some more ferrocore. And believe it or not, you can actually automate this whole process. You can be like, hey, mine up, place these blocks here, constantly feed that fucking thing. Oops. Oh, ow. Ah, what the shit? Oh my god, my mouse. My mouse got weird. Let me turn off my mouse and turn it back on. Oh, hello? Is it my mouse that got weird or just like the oh, okay. That's weird. My mouse my mouse got weird. Hello? Are you okay? What in the hell? Nothing's going on with my computer that I'm aware of. Sure. You can also time in a bottle the main block. So that's what we'll do. Look at that. Yeah. And then we'll do some ferrocore as we walk away. I mean, okay, I guess it's just going to be instant. Never mind. So we'll grab the ferrocore, cook it up. It'll be in there. But most importantly, most important meal of the day, serving it up. Gary's way. Wait a minute. What the hell am I doing? Then we need some boots. Then we need that. Then we need a helmet. And this will be much better than that diamond gear that we are throwing away. Then like another thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make a Celesta gem paxel. So you'll see that you make the paxel by putting it in a smithing table. So let's go ahead and do that. And we make basic armor. Good quest. And we're just going to make it a good old classic. Let me see. Where's the paxel? You want a pickaxe, axe, and shovel. Classic. Pickaxe. Let's get an axe and the shovel. Then you put them together and make a smaxel. Then we get rid of the diamond paxel. Look at the damage on this guy. It's 6 compared to 7. Can we get a Celesta gem sword? Let's also do that. And it's 8, which is better. So now we're in the Celesta gem age. And let's look at some upgrades. Yeah. It also has its own way to generate power. So the pocket generator is really cool, and the fuel canister. So you can make the fuel canister and like put coal into it, and it'll give it a fuel amount. Then you put this into the pocket generator, and it's just like a fuel generator or a coal generator. It burns it and fucking makes power. So let's get some run speed, some walk speed. Actually, what we can do is right click on this to see the upgrades that it'll accept, because you can't just put all these upgrades on like your ferrocore. As your gear increases, you're able to put more and more. So we're going to look at, we already negate full damage. We don't need step assist. Actually, yes, one step assist. Ground stomp. Pushes mobs. Okay. Let's look at the leggings. And decoy. Summon a decoy that will attack mobs. We don't really care. We want walk speed. We want run speed. Swim speed. I don't think we'll be swimming anytime soon. In a skyblock. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what the chest plate can take. We can put an elytra on it. Sure, why not? Extinguish. I don't need the remove burning effects because I have permanent fire resistance. Activate. Yeah, we'll get some invulnerability. Let's look at the head. We'll get some night vision. Night vision's always good. Water breathing. Mind fog. Stupefy. Stupefy. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 10 upgrades, and you can see we do not have enough. So let's go back, shove some iron, on that bitch. Oops, I'm not going fast enough. I'm focusing on going fast because I have 4 seconds left. There we go, and I think that's it. So then we put this in there. Another cool thing to look at that we're going to be doing, tying in the Justire things with mystical agriculture, is that you can make the Celesta gem hoe. Yeah, and and every tier that your hoe is like hoeing ground and dirt and stuff like that, the farmland. You can see this is the ferrocore equivalent, the blaze the blaze gold equivalent, celesta gem, and then the eclipse. So your hoe is making all this farmland, and it it has like it allows things to grow faster on it, and also if you do the Celesta Gem hoe along with like the teleportation drops, I think it starts at the Celesta Gem one, and anything that grows on Void Shimmer or better, when it reaches a certain point, when it's all grown, it'll just get auto harvested, and the drops will go directly into wherever you tell it to. So that's another cool thing about that. Let's get 2 more of these guys. And we're going to get run speed, and we need more sugar. So run speed, get that off the list. Walk speed, get that one off the list. Step assist. Shoo. Swimming, might as well. Then we don't have an elytra, but we can do this one. I think this invulnerability one, it's like a toggle activate little thing, and you will be able to, well, become invulnerable for a minute. We don't have pufferfish. We don't have that. So let's move on to mind fog. Bro, why does like everything need sugar? What the hell's going on here? Why am I running into so many things that require sugar? Oh, what? Uh, let's get all our gear, and we're going to increase this. Wait, how do I? How? Smithing table, celestial gem with the thing. I don't think they do. Okay, that goes there, that goes there, and that goes there. Ooh, now I go real fast. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I think you're just doing it wrong. Doing it in a breaking way. Let's see here. We're gonna get the Celeste. All right, so we set up the Celeste gem stuff. Um, can I say that Just Dire Things is done? Because the next thing that we would do for Just Dire Things, advanced polymorphic. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, the next thing that we would really do with it is um maybe set up like auto crafting for these things, but we kind of have somewhat of the infrastructure for Just Dire Things, and that's what's kind of funny is that it's really not that much. Arrows can hit multiple targets. That's pretty cool. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Jesus, I love that. Earthquake. Okay, so I'm gonna say that we're done with Just Dire Things, for now, until I set up like certain automation, which we'll go into that later. But I just wanted to get like some of the gear and everything so that I'm not getting my ass beat when we go. Oh, look at the little eyes. When we go like I said into the end. In fact, let's go get a. No. We're staying on track. Okay, we're gonna do the wither. Yeah, that's the thing that I wanted to do. So that means I need skulls, which I have two. And then one thing I want to do is get my deep learner. That's right. I wanted to get. So that's why I have it listed like this, because I wanted better gear so that I could go fight the fucking skeletons to get things so I could fight the wither. So that's why I have it tiered like this. But in the top left corner, you can see that we have our hostile neural networks, and we set that up. So let's go fight some withers. Well, some wither skeletons. Let me see, how much damage do you do to me? Still kind of a lot. So maybe we shouldn't just willy-nilly throw our lives and oh man, where's like the status effect? There's one that does a extinguishing of status effects. And I think it's in the helm. Maybe it's in the Celeste or this one. The debuff remover. Son of a bitch, dude. Because I don't want to get withered. I hate being withered. This is Charm of Wither. Applies Wither when active. No, that's not what I want. I want to not be affected by Wither. I have a skeleton. How do I get a Wither Rose? Wither Rosing. Occult. Occultism. I think I'm just gonna have to be careful. Yeah. No. Because then we still have to go fight the Wither. And the Wither is going to Shrek us. Oh wait, no, that's right. We can just cheese it. We can just cheese the Wither. So it doesn't really matter. Ow. I'm on fire. I just need to kill 6 more. Yeah, he's Aragon. He's a special guy. He does some stuff that like it can be a little detrimental, but I was only lagging because the furnace got clogged. Oh, yeah. We need 2 more. Yeah, he does some stuff. He does some stuff that that thing has a shield or a weird little helmet. Some stuff that can be like detrimental to the server, but there's definitely been a lot of other cases where it's like, you're just doing this like the wrong way. So let's get I need to organize the cabling more. Yeah. So we will now get our little guy. Now that he's advanced, which I think is enough. I don't need to go around killing more. We're gonna put him up in here, and then we need to now also create a prediction guy. You're gonna be like this, and you'll be a soldier. Now that you know how to do that, you're going to put things into here. Go on. Come on. There it is. And we'll get 2, 2, and 2, and this will go faster? Nice. So that'll go faster, and we need a wither. We actually need a wither prediction. Well, the wither skeleton prediction. What I'm gonna do, and that's why we wanted to increase this more to the advanced, because if you've never messed with hostile neural networks, how this works is that the tiers that they are, so you can see this one's advanced, this one's superior, and this one is self-aware. So the higher tier they are, the more watch. Let me see from this bit. Accessing threat level, engaging enemy. Where is the percentage? Somewhere, sorry, my eye is itchy. Somewhere it shows, model accuracy. So model accuracy 1. So every time that this finishes, it's 100% accurate, and it'll get me a prediction matrix. This one, it's a 72% chance at superior, and this one's a 24% chance. I feel like every single one of them, is different based on like the mob. So like the wither, say the wither for instance. I don't think this is basic advanced. Oh, okay. So 65%. Here it is. It shows. So self-aware it is in fact 100%. But the percentages are all different depending on the mob. So you can see that it's 22% at advanced for the wither, whereas it's 24% chance advanced with my wither skeleton, which I am still failing. So we're going to speed up until I get my wither skeleton. So here you go. Now that I have a wither skeleton prediction, what we're going to do is set up in all 3 of them. Well, actually across all of them. Sure. We need to set up what we want it to get, and we're going to tell it that we want to get skulls. So with that, what we're going to do is now look at dark glass or like wither glass. Is there tinted glass? We want tinted glass. And what we're going to do with tinted glass is that we're going to be cheap with fighting the wither. So what we're going to do here, let's go. First of all, do I have an angel block? Angel block. So we're going to go way up here. just like right here. And let's set up a 5x5. Because the wither is a chunky boy. And you want to make sure that it is not going to cause any problems. So you put him or her, you put it, you put they, you put them into a box that's rather large. There we go. Let's get some more tinted glass and let's get my stick. So this is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we cap it. There we go. All right, so there's our little 5x5 cube. But now the funny part is that we're going to cheese it. So we're going to come in here and we're going to smack the wither. We're going to smack the wither. Let's get some soul sand. Let's get some skulls. Let's get the glass put away. And then we're also going to get a hostile neural network guy. Because we want to do the same thing that we just did with the wither skeletons. And we need some more soul sand. How does one acquire soul sand? Like this. Actually, we don't need to do this here. There's an easy way to do it, vanilla style. So I'll do this here, and then I'll also go show you the, like, easy way. So let's see if this does alright. Entity interaction range. Never seen that before. So look at this guy. He's like stuck in there. We're going to come in here and we card him. Then we put him in there. And we say, hey buddy. Ow. Actually, hold on. There's a better way to do this. Maybe I should have made it smaller. Maybe like a 4x4. Because he just like... Here's an okay way. Can I stop? Can I stop being, like, withered? Do I have milk? I hate wither so much because it's like, it'll kill you, and it go. Oh my god, what is this? Look at that nonsense. Let's get more. This motherfucker's just killing me, dude. Hello? Come here. Alright. Stay here until I kill you. This sword is kind of butts. But I think it's like there's a better way to do this now. So I think I may have made... Whoa. Stop wigging out, buddy. Stop it! I may have made the cage too big. Oh my god, no, you don't. That's ridiculous. It's because it's because I drank the milk and it got rid of my flying. You dumb motherfucker. Alright, let's try this again. This is awful. I actually, yeah, I did this wrong. And I probably should have done a 3x3. It's just, he would have, like, come out. And to think that I need to kill 6 of these guys. So, yeah, we're gonna go do it the vanilla way. It should be better. Come on. You're almost there, buddy. Yay! Task complete. Leather boots. Look at me. I got leather boots. So, fuck that. Let's go do it the vanilla way. And it's in the end. And the Ender Dragon's alive. That's okay. I don't care. Let's grab that water. And what we're going to do is squish my little self on under here. God, mine faster, Celestial Gem. And what we want to do is, yeah, so you can only do this in the end, because this is where you can get underneath bedrock. And that's the important part, is that you're getting underneath bedrock. So even though like there is bedrock, you know, at the bottom of the ground, bottom of the fucking world level, it's that you want to be underneath it, because what we're going to be doing is spawning the wither, and then the wither will like stand upright and get themselves stuck in the bedrock, but we need to summon it directly in the middle, because there's that pillar of bedrock like right here. So yeah, we want the very center. Do you think the wither and the dragon would fight each other? So yeah, the very center is going to be right here, and we're gonna go right there. Nice. But we spawn the wither, I think like this, so that when it stands up, it's right here. We're kind of winging it right now. I don't fully remember. I don't do this too often, but I mean, we gotta try it. So this will be the hole that I go stand in, so that I don't take blast damage from the fucking wither. I'll go stand like over here and be like, please don't hurt me, and it'll blow up. And it'll get stuck. I'm pretty sure. Let me Google real quick, because I do not want to Minecraft wither in the end. Images. Show me some images. So you want to be 2 blocks, and you want his tail. You want the tail to be underneath the center. Is that right? Yeah, so you want his tail to be under the center. So it'll be like this, because he'll spawn and stand upright right here in the center. Nope, that's not right. But I just need to make sure that we're going to be far enough away. But also, please don't hurt me, dragon. So we're going to dig down. Because apparently this frickin' Celestia gear is like potion storage. Require a potion jar. What's a potion jar? Oh. Oh, look at that. I don't want to step in that. Okay. Let's try this. Perfect. That looks about right. So we'll kill this guy right here, but I won't kill all of them on camera because it's gonna take forever. So he just, yeah, look at him. Ha 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 ha. So it in fact did work. So here, yeah. So I will better improve it by showing with obsidian real quick, and then we'll move on to some different stuff. Because it would be kind of cool if we got like 3 things done today. So let's go avoid the dragon, and we're going to break this obsidian. Give me some obsidian real quick. Thank you. Get our little bodies under here. So we're gonna find the center, which you can see center right there, center right here. So we're gonna dig this guy up, and then we're going to dig these. So it's like this. You want to build it 2 blocks below, so you see 1, 2 right here, and then you'll come over here and set up these 3, and then the heads go right here. And when he spawns, he will sit on this block standing up. Sit on that block standing up. Yep. And yeah. So let's go ahead and just take that. Let's go home. And I will say that that was a successful wither. Ooh, rubies. Uh-huh. And I got some hearts. Got this goes in here real quick. This goes in here. And I have nether stars. What can I do with nether stars? Oh, that dimensional card. I actually kind of wanted to do that. I could make this immolation blade. Kill things real fast. Is there anything like cool I can do? Infinity range booster? Well, why don't I just make that one? Infinity. Oh, because we're gonna need all the infinity range boosters for the dimensional. Okay, now that's fine. We'll go ahead and make an infinity range booster right now, so that it's infinite in the overworld, and I never have to worry about this thing. So we'll use 1 nether star for that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll be getting some more nether stars. But is there anything I want to do with it right now? Ooh. Ooh, I had to sneeze. Hopefully you didn't hear too much of that. My wife is mean. So, like, I don't know if you can. I really want to know if you can control your sneeze. I can't. I know I cannot. And, like, my sneeze is actually pretty hard. I sneeze rather hard. And it's just... It hurts sometimes, and she's like, "Oh, why do you sneeze so hard?" I'm like, I don't know, man. It just happens. All right, let's look at mystical agriculture. We're gonna do mystical agriculture. We got some seeds, and we need to do something about taters. Oh, there's growth accelerators. We're gonna combine it with the power of growth accelerators. So we have growth accelerator, that one. Then we have Frank. What is this one? The most basic achieved growth accelerator. But first, what are growth accelerators? Work by boosting crops or crystals. We have a budding amp. Oh, so this thing sucks, but we'll make it. We'll make it nonetheless. What's the boosted one? It's exactly just faster. Doesn't how to craft it. Fluix pearls. Just Fluix crystals. Yeah. Pearls, annihilation core. Yeah. Acceleration cards. Okay. Whatever. We can automate that thing. What about this thing? Use the same recipe. Just replace. Yeah. Formation cores need certain. Okay. What does this do? It works different from the other growth accelerator by how they grow. Instead of growing crystals in each direction, you'll grow them in one set. I don't know if we're going to need that for crops. For crystals, yeah. So let's set up this, and we can set up a Fluix block. Okay, that's that one. Let's work on. Let's just go ahead and build this one so that we can complete the quest. Alright, get that out of my way. So then we come over here and we're going to go... We know how to make all this, and we just made the growth accelerator right there. So let's do this one and get this little guy. And we're going to set up a recipe for the Fluix dust inside a crusher, because I did do mechanism over there, which we're not going to go over yet. But we're just going to crush that and then craft all this nonsense. Like so. So then we should be able to do... Let's do this boosted one. Go ahead and grab one of those. Nice. And then we'll go directional as well. And we have everything for the directional. So the directional one goes in there. Might as well make a directional one. And I think we're not getting any of the quests because I didn't make a normal one. There we go. There's all those ones. So let's put in that one, and we're going to use these guys. We're going to use... We want a Celesta Gem hoe. So here we will incorporate all of the last things that we just kind of did. Get some dirt. Let's get some water. Some more cobblestone, because I'm going to need to break down the cobble. And then we're going to look at the uses of this so that we can see that, yes, we need that one. And we need some ender chests. And then we will also need a chest to actually put all of the, like the drops. So, we're just going to set it up real quick right here. We're going to do a little guy right there because we need dirt in these spots. Some dirt. This will be water. Make sure it's irrigated. We'll put ourselves a chest right here. We shift right click. So now that we have the, let me see, what's it called? The drops teleporter. You can shift right click on it and it will tell it that it wants to input on that side of this block. So you can see if I hold this down, we have the coordinates, the drops teleporter, we have the coordinates of it, and the bound side is up. And then if we change it, bound side is north. So we'll just go up, because up is good. And then we do that. Next is going to be setting up the... You know what? Fuck that water. We'll deal with this later. Right now we got to set up this growth accelerator. And then let's break this and make sure that this is water. By getting water there. Put some water here. Put the dirt back down, and then that. And then we'll even get something, because just like all the other growth accelerators, they need to be powered. So we're going to sap that right there. And I see all the crystals. That means that it's on. So if we do this, I see it growing. Nice. So with the mixture of the mystical agriculture and just dire things, we are growing these little guys in there. It's rather slow, but we might be able to increase it. Can we put more boosted? More boosted. Let's try that. Accelerator conflict. Because it doesn't want to accelerate more than one thing. Well, what about this guy? Can we put... Does this guy only work on crystals? Or is it sort of working? I think it's sort of working. I think it's like focusing all the tick acceleration upwards. I think that's what it's kind of doing. So let's go ahead and get another mystical agriculture seed. We're going to go Inferium. One more seed, please. Put you down, or do that and put you down. Alright, so these plants are kind of going, I guess. And they'll just suit up. Is this the first time you protected yourself with gear? So now we got some Inferium Essence going. But really what we wanted to do, so I want to get more power. Um, and this dry ice is like really slow because this 91 is what, 45 dry ice because it takes 2 per, and it's going to be going through dry ice. And so this thing, too slow. But instead what we want to do is use Ice Essence, and you can see that we could get this 3x3 of just 9 essence will make 20 packed ice, which is 2 blue ice, because you can get packed ice and build it in a 3x3 right here and make blue ice. So just 9 equals the 2, which will be hopefully faster than that. So I wanted to get the ice seeds, which means we need to get some of this stuff. We're gonna need like 8 of these. Red dye. Red. How should I make red dye? Okay. Okay. We're gonna go 8 of those, 1 of these. Go ahead and like set it up right here. I think eventually I'll have, are we lagging? No, I just didn't place it down correctly. I thought, what is going on? I thought I made 8 of these. Let's get ourselves another one. And then we're gonna put a little redstone block underneath this because it like needs a redstone signal to do stuff. And here's what we shall do. For the ice seeds, we just need ice, Imperium, and some normal seed. Prosperity. That's something we need. So in order to get prosperity seeds, we need prosperity shards, which is from sieving soul sand. Ah, tits. Okay, so I guess we do need soul sand automation. So we're going to take a slight detour here, and we will be making soul sand. Are we going to make soul sand with witch water? Witch water and sand? Because that's kind of slow. What we can do for now is just buy. We can just buy some soul sand. We're just gonna be the laziest motherfuckers, and we're just gonna buy some soul sand. And then what we're going to do, we're gonna put them in here. And we're gonna sieve soul sand for a minute, and then crush blackstone. Because I just want some prosperity, boys. Fantastic. So just some prosperity, and then we make prosperity seed, and then we get some essence, and we also get some ice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just go ahead, put all those in. And that. And there you go. So now we'll get some ice seeds. Beautiful. Break that, put that there. Look at that. We got ice essence. And we got 1/3 of our thing that we needed to do. So I think if I do this some more, set up like a whole actual little crop, and I have these boosted growth accelerators for my Inferium essence, I think, look at that, we just got 2 blue ice. That's essentially what that is right there. So I think what we'll be doing, can I say that we just did mystical agriculture? You know what? Let's do this. Let's get this void shimmer. We're gonna go ahead and do a 9x9. I don't need these animals. Animals, time has come. Goodbye, animals. Goodbye. Okay, let's break all this. And let's set up a 9x9 here. Um 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I just gotta expand this one more. And the 9x9 is just for the motherfucking for the water. We're also gonna go be thieves. We are gonna go be thieves real quick, and let's see how fast we can be a thief. We are gonna go steal some dirt from Purple. We're gonna do this. We're gonna come over here, steal a stack, slash home. Do you think Purple saw us? And you know, if she didn't see us, she does watch my videos. If she didn't see, she will know by watching this and be like, "You motherfucker came and stole some dirt." Eh, it's because I'm lazy. Then we have to get under the center, which there's very handily that right there. And we'll get some watas there. Okay. So let's get some of these growth accelerators. Let's get like 10 of them, 20 of them. And judging off of how it didn't like that, we're going to need to set them up. Or like it didn't like multiple, like accelerating the same one. We're going to need to find a way. Like this one is going to charge these two. So what I'm going to actually do is set up cobblestone, and I'm going to show which two are being charged. So if those are being charged, I want this one, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I know. This is fucking. I can set this up in a way for if anyone has ever done a sugar farm, sugarcane farm. That's how you set it up. You go to right here, like that. Okay, but then, but then you just go. I think like there. No, the cutest hopper. But then I forgot. Then you can still do a way like that, right? Yes. So you think you go like uh chess. It's like chess. And it's a knight. So you set it up like as if it's a knight. So if you know anything about chess, the way a knight moves is that they move in L's. So they go one over and then two up. Well, that doesn't make sense. Maybe it needs to be specific knight movements. Basically, it's an L. All right. We're just gonna do an L like that, and then right there. And I think that's everything because that's gonna be yeah. It's gonna be the majority of them because you can see everywhere I am putting blocks, it's adjacent to a guy. So this one we can just do that right there. And maybe the corner just isn't affected. Let's double check using our little method here. So now we're going to be left with this. So we can go one right there, and you're going to do that one, and then we'll do one right here, and you'll do that, and it's staying in accordance with our thing. One right here, and you're good there. And I think we need 3 more. Growth boys. Hello? What are you having an issue with? Oh, making all that stuff. Oh, you were actually making processors. So that will take care of that one. That one will take care of that one. And that takes care of that. That looks kind of funky, but you can see the lines that they make. So then, because I made it out of cobblestone, we can just go boop. Not bad. And then that was probably like, you can just go ahead and make like 30 of those things. It's whatever. And we're just gonna power every single one of them individually with the power of Ender Gates. Gorgeous. And that is unfortunately not going to allow us to do this little thing, but I don't really know how much this is making a difference. Can I use a wrench? Yes, thank fuck. Yeah, I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. Whatever. Let's get let's make a bunch of Inferium seeds. Oh, here we go. We're going to do, we need a chest. We're going to do an oak diamond chest. I'm going to put you right here. That's fine. And then we get seeds. We have 1 billion of them. And we cover around and we make 60. Nope, that's not. Okay, hold on. Hold on. So this is what we do. We go shift right click. There we go. Now we're bound to that. We go around. And none of these should say that they have an issue with like when we put them next to each other and they got all weird. Okay. So then we plant these guys and they just go on about their day, getting growth accelerated. Anyone got into ours? What's wrong with ours? What are you doing? Trying to make Mage Bloom fiber? Yeah, I can help you. So we're short 4, and we just happen to have 3 over here. So then, you can go 1, 2, 3, and then one more. Grab, oh my god, we're doing pretty good on that, actually. Put that right there. Mage Bloom fiber. More seeds. Let's go look. Where are you growing it? Mage Bloom seed. Mage Bloom. Yeah, you use the Mage Bloom. You grow it, and it should make Mage Bloom fiber. Because you get the Mage Bloom. Grown from seeds crafted using the enchanting apparatus, which is the same thing like this. It's over here. I just well, there you go. There's your Mage Bloom. Yeah, I just had to see what was going on. It's a, oh, well, now I have Mage Bloom. Well, yeah, so now we got this going, and it'd be going. So if we look at this, oh my god, it'd be going. Let's get, what is this? Sophisticated? Sophisticated. Let's get ourselves one big boy stack upgrade. And we have, you know what, let's get another big boy stack upgrade. Nice. So what we can do here, is there an auto crafting? No. Okay, actually, RF tools. No, RF tools. There we go. Do you have, please tell me the crafter is in here. Dialing this thing, crafter. So we're gonna go ahead and use this crafter right now. So maybe we will change this thing, but for now, let's put away all this stuff. Yeah, sorry, Purple. I didn't mean. I know you'll be watching this eventually, and you'll get here, but I didn't mean to more or less like make you feel downgraded, downgrade your feelings, or. God damn! I was talking to my wife about this earlier. What is the word I'm looking for? Something about like your feelings, disregard your feelings. No, I didn't want to spoon feed you. It's just, you know, like if you knew how it was working, you know, that's how I like to help out too, and like how it makes sense to me. It's like you grow, you know, if I tell you, or you know, you already went through the steps. I'm like using my hands, knowing that this is a goddamn YouTube video. If you know the steps that, like, you know, you grow the Mage Bloom seed, and it's supposed to give you the Mage Bloom, then you turn it into fiber, and it's not working, then like, you know, you went ahead and you took those steps to figure it out yourselves. But then it's like, oh, it's not producing the results, so I have to come and look of like, well, what is going on? Like, why is it not producing the results? Or like, is it a bug? Or is something going wrong? And I have to come and look at it. And then just turns out that it was probably just being harvested too soon. But you know, that's okay. That happens sometimes. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to make your feelings downgraded or anything. Let's continue on with the auto crafting now. We're going to need a master gem. No, what is it? What is it called? If I just click on this, it'll show me. No, I want a master infusion. But for now, well, oh my god, let's get the RF tools crafted. Let's go, we're gonna go this guy. We're gonna need a bunch of these. And we're gonna need probably a handful of that. So let's get this guy and go. Make some more crafting tables. Okay, so now we can get this machine. Excuse me. That thing, and we want to upgrade it all the way to the highest tier. And what we will be doing, we're gonna set it up right here actually, not like that. That looks dumb. That way. And let's get it some power. And plop it right there. Congratulations, you have power. Let's double check our Ender Gate. Make sure it's not losing too much power. That those things aren't sucking it dry. Alright, so what we want to do here is we want to set up a recipe. We want to say that this recipe, So we're gonna look at the Imperium crystal, and it's going to go. Press to apply the recipe to the crap. Oh crap. Okay, we need to click on the double click to edit this recipe, and then we say, because we don't have the master one, we'll use this crystal. So this is going to put the results in the internal buffer, in the internal buffer. So we'll start getting a shitload of Prudentium essence. And then what we want to do is get that Prudentium essence, and we want to use a Prudentium crystal. And again, it's going to go into the internal. And we're going to keep doing this with each one internally, putting it into our little guy. So let's go to the next one. Until we get to Supremium. So I know Supremium can turn into Insanium, but we're not. That's like a little more advanced. We're not doing that yet. We just want the Supremium now. So the Supremium, it can go right here. So we want the external stuff, so the Supremium Essence, to go here, but we have it on C, meaning that, I don't know what the C stands for, but basically what's going on here is that this item, because it gets reused over and over, we want that item to end up in here. So we're going to apply that. And let's go ahead and make let's make one of those crystals. Let's make a handful of these. We're gonna grab a shit ton of these. Put them in my inventory. Let's make some of these gems. What is that? Nitro crystal. And let's make some of these guys. We're gonna need a whole bunch of them. And then we just make a bunch of the crystals. Put them in here. And then what we're going to do is we're just gonna pipe some stuff on over. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and pipe it over. And the external, I'll just get some premium essence in this external. Normally, I would be having, I don't want to change it all right now, because I would need to break it all. Break all of it, rebind that, replant them, do all that other stuff. So we're just going to do this for now. And we're going to have all these guys come into here. And there you go. You can see that we're burning through some of these crystals. And then we're going to grab that, and we're going to make a handful of these crystals. Oh, so we might as well just make a shit ton of these, huh? Make a shit ton of these crystals. And then make these crystals. Okay. So then, ow. Ooh, ah. Ah, stop it! Because I want... this is what we're going to do. We have to brute force it a little bit. So we're going to do this, and we're going to go remember. That way, this will not get filled up. So now we're going to grab these guys and shove all that in there. And then let's make a couple of the next crystals. These things. And we're going to put one of those crystals in here. And then we're going to forget the remembered layout, but do that and remember. There we go. So now we got these blue dudes. Okay, we're making. Let's keep going. And I need to stop this. Actually, it's done. Okay. So now that we have this guy, we're gonna make. Let's make a Supremium crystal. How do I make? Oh, you want the Insanium. Lane. So you want some of these. Okay, we need to make some of these. We'll make 2 of them. And we're gonna go forget. So this is what we want here. Let's turn it off. And we're gonna need like a bunch of those guys. But we're going to do, oh my god, please stop. On deck. Okay. So we're gonna need the Inferium Crystal. We're going to do 3 of those. 3 of those. What's the next step? 3 of these. Nope. Let's manually make... We're gonna grab these guys. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, these crystals. Look at all these fucking crystals. We're gonna go 3 crystals. Probably 4 crystals. 3 crystals. 2 crystals. Actually, we'll go like that, and then this dude, then this dude, and we're gonna go 3 of you, 3 of you, 2 of you. Remember all of that, and then we want to try to make this guy. But we need, let's make another one of these. Okay. Then we need some Supremium Essence. Yeah, okay, so this is getting a little funky. We gotta... Wait, no, we don't want that. We want you in the end product. So, what we'll actually do is just grab one of these. Because at this point... Well, I don't like that. We're just gonna go ahead and go all the way across. Let's get another one of these crystals. And another one of those crystals. So remember all that. Turn it on. And input all this essence. Here we go. That essence goes there. And perfect. There we go. So now you come out, and you are supposed to be... I want this Master Infusion, which means it wants Insanium, which means I do need a Supremium. So we're actually going to grab that one. We're going to upgrade you. Is that not how? Supremium Crystal. Oh, okay. So now that we've made a Supremium Crystal, then we can upgrade you to Insanium. And just 2 more Insanium, and we can make the Master Infusion, and then we won't have to deal with all these freaking crystals. Jesus. So, in the meantime, we rehook this thing back up, and watch this go. Okay, okay. So there's 1 more Insanium. That's technically 1 more Insanium. And good thing we're getting all these guys going. Wait, we can turn this into fast mode. Ooh, we got a message on Discord. A screenshot of so many phantoms. Well, you know, we got a bunch of phantoms. Let's do... Ooh, we got the master. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this off. Redstone on to activate. So instead, what we're going to do, we're going to change these recipes to where it uses that, hit apply. This recipe uses this one, hit apply. Imperium uses that, apply, and Supremium one also. And like I said, we want to deal with nothing but Supremium. So what we're going to do here is tell that to stop real quick. We're going to remember that. And Supremium will go right there. Remember. Then we can turn it on. Here we go. And we don't need these crystals anymore. We don't need these at all. All we need is that master one. So actually, we're just gonna do that. Well, okay, it's being weird. Hold on. Because what I actually want, I do want them to go in order. So I want those guys right there. Then I want that, and then I want that. So, hold on. Oh my god. These are getting complicated. Knock it off. We're gonna put this in here. And forget and remember. That's all that matters right there. That's all I need. Let's try that again. Okay. And turn it on. So now I can grab all this essence and shove it in here. And it'll be making me all this a premium. So there we go. So now we just did all that all in like one go. I don't need any of these fucking crystals. This is working actually really well. Now that this is done, we can... Well, that's the thing, is that what's nice about this is that I can actually keep this set up to go in here, and I can set up a filter that'll only pull Inferium Essence to turn it into Supremium, and then put the Supremium back in. But, like all the other seeds that I'm about to do for... Oh my god, come on. Yeah, all the other seeds that I'm about to do for mystical agriculture, I can have them be put into there. Like ice. Ready? Watch this shit. We're gonna turn all this. No, hold on. Turn all this into this ice. Then we turn it all into blue ice. Look at that. And then we're gonna set up a recipe to test a bug. Oh my god, stop testing bugs. Get out of here. Blue ice. We're gonna set up a recipe for blue ice to... No, we're making a recipe for dry ice. So here's our recipe. And we come over here and we find our energizing orb like that. Then we look up dry ice and we say, give me 100. Just kidding. Give me like 40. Blue ice. Oh, that's right. Let's get this. Put it in there. And then we'll see that it is why you know. Oh, okay, all done. So then we'll take the dry ice and it goes in here. Perfect. So now that we have dry ice in here, I want to... Well, I'm sure we can set up some automation. We'll set up some automation. This is going really well. We'll set up the ice seed. Nah, we'll do that later. But for now, I think we can say mystical agriculture done. And that's actually 3 things that I'm glad we got done. We got just dire things, the wither, and mystical agriculture. We'll come to an end on the episode, but we'll, you know, if you know all the good old things, then you can go ahead and just end it there. What am I saying? If you guys made it to this part of the episode, I would appreciate a like, maybe even a subscribe. Shows your support that you are in fact enjoying all this. And the most important part is that if you want to join us here on the Discord, not Discord, on the server, it is open to the public. You guys are the public. All you gotta do is join our Discord, which you'll find the link in my bio description for YouTube. You'll go ahead and join us, and then we can get you all set up with like getting your name whitelisted and get you the IP address and everything. And yeah, you can come and join, and like there's a whole bunch of us. I've been to a couple bases. That's like the normal base. There's a base over there, purple's over there, guns over there, you know, things like that. But yeah, you can come and hang out, and just the string beans community is actually pretty awesome. I really love the little community that like I've built together. And yeah, so it'd be really cool if you could come and join us. I'll go ahead and not take any more of your time and hit you with the good old classic. Tune in for the next episode. And until then, stay stringy.